know that. Welcome back to CBS This Morning. It is really hard to exaggerate just how popular and influential the Allman Brothers were with rock and roll artists and fans. In a moment, we're going to talk about that with Gregg Allman, who is here live in Studio 57.
But first, we look back at the life of this great musician who's been performing for crowds around the world since the late 1960s. For more than 40 years, the Allman Brothers Band have made a living turning Southern rock songs into classic rock anthems. From Rambling Man to Whipping Post to Midnight Rider. Their compositions combine elements of blues, country, and jazz to form a sound now synonymous with their Macon, Georgia roots. In 1971, they released At Fillmore East, which Rolling Stone magazine called the finest live rock performance ever committed to vinyl. The album propelled the band to a level of stardom it was perhaps unprepared for, as singer-songwriter Gregg Allman told CBS Sunday Morning last year.
I remember going to the grocery store and just seeing my face everywhere, and I'm like, what is happening?
But 7 months after the landmark recording, the first in a series of tragedies struck the group, Gregg's brother, founding member and guitar great Duane Allman, was killed while riding his motorcycle down a Macon, Georgia road.
I just ran down the hill to the hospital, and there's a guy there meeting me, and he takes me into the chapel. I knew it right then. Oh, man.
1 year later, bass player Raymond Barry Oakley III met a similar fate in an accident just 3 blocks away.
When you can't find the light that got you on cloudy day.
As for Gregg Allman, he spent years dealing with drug addiction and heartbreak while chronicling his life in songs and touring relentlessly. A health scare in 2010 required a liver transplant, but it hasn't slowed him down. His 6th solo album, released last year, was nominated for a Grammy Award, and this summer he'll spend many a night behind the keys of a worn-in Hammond organ, performing songs that have made him a legendary figure in American music. Legendary it is. Gregg Allman is now telling the story of his life and his career in a brutally honest memoir. It is called My Cross to Bear. We're very pleased to have him here at the Studio 57. Welcome.
Thank you, Charlie.
Looking at that life, your son's song, what he said about you in 2009 rings true. He said, when my dad sings, he's pulling for life. He's pulling from life. He has an innate ability to draw on that despair. You think that's what it's been about, your ability to draw on the despair, as well as the joy of your life, and put it into music?
Maybe subconsciously, but I don't know. I try to, all this despair that you speak of, I try to really rise above it, you know. I mean, like when I think back on my life, the happy times, they surface.
It must be happy because you keep doing it.
Yes, yes. Yes, you do. You keep doing it. But I was so touched by your book, Gregg. I read it last night. I took a big chunk of the evening and read it. And you had so many life-changing moments. You call it Cross to Bear. And you talk very poignantly about your brother Duane. You said not a day goes by that you don't think about him, that he didn't really get to see the full success of the band, and that as a little kid you wanted to be like your brother. Would you talk about that? And what he meant to you?
My father was he came home from Korea and picked up the wrong hitchhiker, and he unloaded a gun on him. Yeah. And I was 2 years old. My brother was a year and 18 days older than me. And I guess, well, Mom kind of took over as mom and dad both.
Yeah.
Did a hell of a job at it. And then he was like a father figure.
To
He
you.
was an older brother figure.
Yeah.
And when we went to that military school, we went in the 3rd grade, in the 4th grade, and then I went back the 10th and 11th.
But you got a lot out of military school. You talk about in the book that if you had to do one thing over, it would be the drug use and the drug abuse. You said that you went to rehab 11 times, but you finally kicked it. It wasn't in a rehab. How did you finally kick it?
Well, after receiving the award, the Hall of Fame award,
And you don't even remember that speech, you say. You said you don't even remember getting the speech for Hall of Fame because you were so out of it.
well, the next day I saw a playback of it. Oh, I was mortified.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing that could have happened because I then hired a male nurse to come into my house. And unlike the other 11 times, I didn't have that little spark of a voice saying, yeah, we'll go in here, we'll do the dance for these people. But down the road, you know, we'll have a couple of beers watching the game, you know.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. That wasn't there this time.
Yeah.
And because of that, I mean, I quit smoking, drinking, snorting, everything,
Yeah.
all at once.
Good.
It's the music that is you, though, for me. I mean, all the stories and all that you've been through, in the end, it's the music, and that's the legacy.
That's it.
What song, what moment is greatest for you? What will you take with you when you hear
Well-
the last?
It's a lot to choose from.
You're right.
A lot to choose from.
Which song?
Yeah.
I don't know. I get the question a lot of what's your favorite song that you
Yeah.
ever
I was trying to
wrote?
make it a little different, but I didn't do so.
I would say the next one.
Really, the next one, yeah. But I mean, we listed all those classics. I mean, this is really, this is part of people, certainly who are my age. I mean, it's part of who we were and we are, and, you know, it shaped our sense of the culture.
Right. And boy, it's been a wonderful ride.
Yeah.
Well, Charlie, Gregg talks about, you know, for him it's the music. For me, I have to say it's the women. You've been married 6 times, and then I heard that you speak to 2 of them, including Cher. I think that's great. And then I heard that you're thinking about getting married again. Do we really want to do this? I don't know. I'm worried about you. Does your mother approve? Do we really want to get married again?
It's your mother.
Yes. Well, your mother's still, you know, your mother is 90-something.
94.
Yeah, I'm being serious. Do you really think that you want to try it again? Clearly you do. And why? You say in the book you don't like being alone.
Because this is my first wife.
How so? How so?
It's altogether different. I'm sober. I don't know, there for a while, you know, I thought, man, it's definitely you. It's got to be you. But, well, there's a few things I could tell you, but they're just
No, that's
they're
okay.
just too private.
No, it doesn't have to be that private. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm totally okay.
All right.
You're back on the road.
Yes, sir.
You've had a liver transplant and you're ready to.
To go.
Oh, God, have I ever had a liver transplant?
But,
And with that, I got a hernia.
yeah.
Most people get them because they go and cut
But you
your
basically have said, if I've got to go, I want to go while I'm out on the road playing music. That's who I am. That's what I
Yes.
love. I want to be with my people, and I want to be singing and playing.
That's it.
And that's what makes you
Not a
happy.
bad way to go, Gregg Allman.
Yes.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
Love to see you at the Beacon. Thank you so much for coming. Love to see you at the Beacon.
We're going to look for you.
Okay. I'll be there.
You'll see her.
I'll be there. Believe me, you won't miss me, Gregg Allman, at a Gregg Allman concert. You won't miss me.
Make
The book
sure-
is called My Cross to Bear. It's on sale now. If you haven't seen this yet, get ready for the craziest, cutest photos any parent has ever taken of a child. That comes right after one final check of your local weather.